Namaskar, brothers and sisters. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, friends and scholars, students, sportsmen, players, professionals, officials, ministers, doctors. I, Dr. Rakesh from USA, welcome all. Your presence is praiseworthy, admirable, appreciable. Words fall short in praise of your presence. You are providing your golden time, golden opportunity by listening the great truth of literature and life. There are many terms in language, literature, life that are related to, connected to each other. For understanding them, today we analyze and observe the teachings of the different inventors of the English literature. A person who knows the inventor and founder of dramas, William Shakespeare, who born in England in 1564. This was the very crucial and important time in the history of Hindu mythology, English people, Muslims, and in the history of Sikhism. This time, which was 14th century to 15th century time, where there was the birth of Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, first starter of Sikhism, starter of, founder of dramas, William Shakespeare, who born in this century. And there were other founders. They were the contemporary each other. Like at that time, there were the time of Queen Elizabeth. It was the time of Queen Elizabeth, who came at the throne, and there was full freedom to write English literature. And at this time, it was the birth time of Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj in India. So there are some similarities, resemblances in their teachings, in their lifestyle, in their preachings. We study there. Shakespeare has written such kind of literature at that time, which was from the side of inventor, informer, preacher, monitor, teacher, philosopher. Like a philosopher, he addressed the human being about his different ages of life. And students of English literature also study this poem, 7 Stages of Life. In our Hindu mythology, there were 4 parts of our whole lifespan. First 25 years was of brahmacharya. Second 24 hours known as Grihastha. Third part of the life was known as Vanprastha, and fourth part of the life was known as Sannyasa. There were four categories of the lifespan, but according to William Shakespeare, he has divided it in 7 parts as per the change of culture and civilization, and as per the changes of time. They have written there, they have classified them according to their comfortabilities of the environment and atmosphere. William Shakespeare, who has divided it in 7 stages of man. The first stage of man, which is the child age or infancy period. Infancy period is the first stage of a man, starting then the soul, it is the starting point of the soul, about which William Wordsworth has written, a child is the father of man. The same is appreciated by Wordsworth. And in the next poem, William Wordsworth says, the word is too much with us. He was right in hitting the nail at the head. Today's children are the helpless victim of oppression and depression. They are made the scapegoats of towering ambitions of their parents. It is a pity that school bag of a child over the weights the child. It is only the physical education period that provides them with some relief. Academic activities are given the top priority in modern curriculum. A student has to be mentally engrossed in academic studies for about 9 to 10 hours in a day. During these hours, the student is mentally exhausted. This leads to nervous collapse. The only oasis is the desert of the academics is physical exercise or education. The children, it is a fact, long for such a relaxation. If physical education is made optional, the teacher and parents will opt for those subjects which make the syllabi heavier than before. In the compulsory period, there is no fear of encroachment. Students and teachers will have to pay due importance to this subject. It is a nutshell. We can say that physical education should be taught as a compulsory subject, not as an optional one. For the overall development of the body, for the healthy living style of the man, children should be provided a lot of time to grow in the different angles, in the different fields. when they will do according to their hobby, interest, they will bring out, they will improve their talent, and freely they can invent something like an inventor. In the form of inventor, we can see them in the form of doctor, scientist, researcher, reformer. We can expect them. If we want that our future doctors, engineers, lawyers, academicians, scientists and researchers should be healthy and strong, so they must be provided plenty of time to play games, to do physical exercise. Let them free on some extent to do their physical exercise, playing games. Perhaps some students nowadays are playing indoor games. On some extent it is right, but not entirely. For their growth physically, they must be given special time to play at home. We have to follow this suggestion. Sick and weak bodies cannot contain healthy and strong minds. In the modern lifestyle, a balance must be struck between the body and the mind. For the elders, for the youth, as George Bernard Shaw had suggested in his novel Arms and the Man, they must prepare themselves for the safety and security of our nation. They should be healthy outlook. They should be physically fit and fine. Mentally, physically, emotionally, they should be nationalistic and patriotistic. We study through the novel of Shaw. George Bernard Shaw has depicted the thought and action of the fighter. After all, a chocolate cream soldier also becomes the victim of hunger, of flesh and luxury by coming in contact of Rana Petkov. Materialistically, a soldier has to lead a life of a great warrior. Still he has unfulfilled lust and desire in his mind for the life partners. Without fulfillment of his physical desires, he does not turn to do something better and greater for the noble cause of humanity. But later on, he must care